Hello, everyone. Welcome to my page Teacher Sam. Teacher Samantha. I am an online teacher with DaDa ABC. I don't work with any other online company. I just work with DaDa. So far, it's very good. I haven't really had any issues. There's been a couple of hiccups here and there, I'll be honest, but I guess that's just the challenges of teaching online. I hit my 300th class today, which is pretty awesome. I started in March, so it's been quite an interesting journey for me, I must say. Let's see, March, April, May, now it's almost June. So a little over 300 classes I have taught. So I'm in the morning. I work actually 7 days a week because I book myself in, and I'm actually fully booked every single day, which is like super exciting and very satisfying to me, because you get to be fulfilled with teaching online courses and teach new students. Sometimes I have regulars and sometimes I don't. I teach a lot of trial classes. I've seen a lot of new faces. I would say, honestly, I've only had a couple of regulars, which is fine. I'm very blessed and very happy to be booked with students, because I hear other teachers that are with like VIP Kid. Again, it depends on how high you are on the ranking. And the ranking is affected by how many trial classes you sell, how well you connect with your students. I find sometimes, hey John, I sometimes feel when you're not connected with your students, because English is a huge barrier. No, sorry, how can I say it? There's, as they say, lost in translation, right? So it's like me learning Chinese or French. I know a little bit of French, but sometimes some languages are so hard to learn. I feel for these kids from China, Beijing, from Hong Kong, all over the place. I try my best. I try so hard to express myself and be kind and patient, and sometimes it's very hard. You feel very frustrated because you keep repeating yourself, but they say don't stay on something for a long time. You need to move on. So example, you're like, hey, welcome to my class, my name is Teacher Samantha. So you would be like talking a little bit slower and interacting with them. Say you're Johnny. I'm like, hi, Johnny, how are you today? And you would cup your ear, a lot of TPR, that kind of thing. I use a lot of TPR. I use a lot of props. Like, hey, we have 4 friends. Like, I really try to interact and I try to make my classes fun. But sometimes the kids are like, whoa, you're a strange lady, but whatever. I try to have the best time I can and I respect the culture. It's just sometimes the ranking, like I don't really understand, how do you get your ranking up? And people are like, oh, you need to sell trial classes. And I'm like, well, how do they book these trial classes with these repeat students? Well, it's that connection, right? Sometimes you connect with them and they go and buy another trial and then they don't book with you again, which is very frustrating, because what I am is booked all the time with trial classes and I never see regular students. So what I did was I emailed the company. I told DaDa ABC, I said, hey, hi, how's it going? I've been with your company for 3 months. Why aren't I seeing regular students? And they actually started booking me new students, but a couple of classes, one after another with the same student. So I'm now starting to get more regular students. So I think it's really important to communicate with your actual company. Oh, John, thank you. Let's read what John commented in the live video today. He's the only one watching me, and I really appreciate John. John is a very, very good friend of mine. I've known for a long time from the UK. John, thank you. You're great, Sam. You're great too, John. Thank you very much. Sam, you're great, Sam. I do my best. Thank you very much. Keep at it and educate cool cultures to others. I'm sure you're a great teacher, Teacher Sam. Thank you very much. Love from me. Thank you very much, John. That's very sweet of you. I appreciate you being here. I know I only have a couple watchers, but that's okay. Again, I don't have very many people on my page. My other pages, like my art pages and that, there's a lot of likes because I've had those for like over 10 years. That Samantha Ann Christensen one, probably 2008, 2007, 2008, 10 years ago, I know I started that page because I've been on Facebook 10 years now, which is a long time to be on a social media platform. That's longer than some people's relationships have lasted. Yeah, so, but you know, whatever. It's really hard to get likes. It's hard to build, uh, how can I say? It's very hard to build social media. Um, I have built people's social media. I used to do social media for a living. I'm not doing it anymore, uh, just for personal reasons, getting really burnt out, need a break from it. I do art still. I create stuff for people, and if it's worth my time and the people or the clientele are going to pay me the money to actually do what I do best, then I'm going to do it. No problem, right? But overall, I'm pretty happy with the teaching in the morning, and then I have a lot of free time during the day to do other things, which I'm just like, enjoying the summertime, enjoying life, seeing my parents, my mom and dad, which I love them very dearly. My dad got bit by a tick, and he's going through some issues right now, and it's been really hard. Um, Sometimes when your family isn't doing well, you don't do well, you know. But I'm holding in there, like I go and visit them. I visited them yesterday, and they seem to be doing okay, and they're super happy, and they're doing gardening and stuff. So, um, it's just been really hard. So, they, you just have to be strong, I guess. So, that's how exciting that is. All right, so let's talk more about DaDa ABC, how interesting it is as a company. It's great hours because it's only part-time. I work like 4:40 in the morning Central Standard Time in Winnipeg, Manitoba. I work until 8:10 a.m., so it's very good. And in Beijing, the time is like 5 o'clock until 8:10 p.m., so it's like the opposite, right? 13-hour difference, I think. Yeah, so it's pretty flexible. I like it. It's interesting. I've never really taught online before. I've taught like at the YMCA and, some people who wanted makeup classes in that. I have some certification in teaching, so that helped me get the job for sure. I did apply to a bunch of other jobs online. I did the interview and actually ended up getting those jobs too, but I never continued with them because I felt I needed to just focus on one. I wanted to work on the weekends at the other jobs that I went for the interviews, but I ended up getting more hours with DaDa, so that worked out perfect. So I work Monday to Sunday, 7 days a week for about 3 hours in the morning, and it works out perfect for me because then I can do other stuff, so it works out good. But overall, it's pretty fun. I'm having a great time with it. I'll let you know what other companies I applied for, and I'll let you know if it was worth your while, or you can try it out yourself and see if that would be the job that you want to go and work at, or company that you think that would be established enough to with your goals and everything. What's your goals on where you want to work? Does the company offer you a proper teaching platform, a teaching platform, that kind of thing. So like I applied with Landy English. That wasn't too bad. Landy English is pretty interesting company. Let's see. Say ABC had a really neat interactive platform. You teach up to anywhere from, I don't know if they're just one student, but you can teach up to 4 students in a 40-minute class, and the money is actually very good there. On an average, you can make anywhere from $20 up to $25 an hour. If you have more than 4 students, you can make $40 an hour. It varies on where you work. DaDa ABC varies because you have 1 student per every 14 minutes or every 30 minutes. So if you are teaching 1 student, they can book you a trial class or a specific personalized class that they have picked from the courseware. The courseware can be very basic, that kind of thing, like, oh, hey, you want to learn about apples, so you're like, hey, A is for apple, and you go, A is for apple. And so they would learn how to say words just to start with basic fruit. Apple, red, red, apple. And they would say that, and that would be what they want to learn at that time. The parents book them in, or maybe they sit with the kid or the student and they talk about, hey, well, Johnny, what do you want to learn today? So, Oh, thanks, John. Aw, you're so helpful. Yeah, I have a YouTube channel and a Twitter. I'm on Twitter too. So yeah, John's very helpful. He's great. He's a very good promotions person. He promotes himself a lot and other people, and he works in the movie community with other YouTubers, and he does blogging, and he's a very talented fellow. So thanks, John. You rock. That's great. Thank you. So yeah, like I have a lot of supportive friends, and I really appreciate everybody being on my page. And I really love when you guys go to my YouTube channel, as John has offered on my chat here, that I put up videos. I try to put up as many as I can, but it's very time consuming. So I try to like maybe put 2 or 3 up every other day or once a week. It really depends on how much time I have, but I'll put up, block out the students' faces because I want to respect them, and I do that. At the beginning, I didn't do that. I really wanted people to see their happy faces and how they're great, but because they're children, I learned that you're not supposed to have their faces out there. But it's really weird because I see a lot of other teachers putting out the kids' faces where they're teaching, which I guess they've gotten permission from the company. So I can see how that is, right? So I blocked out their faces, and you can hear their voices, and you can see the outline of their body and everything, and you can tell that there's a student there. So it gives an idea and gives you the experience of what kind of platform DaDa uses. It's very simple. It's like a page or a full screen, and I'm in the webcam, and then the students are usually below, and then you have a chat box, and then you have the courseware, and then you have an interactive pen for myself and my student, and you can draw on the page, and you can do all kinds of really cool stuff. So it's pretty fun. Yeah, I don't know what else I can say. DaDa has been around for a while. I do like their courseware. They do offer a lot of different courses. So you can pick, if you wanted to learn about, the letter H or the letter A. So you definitely start with the alphabet. They teach you how to say the basic alphabet. And I like to sing with my students, so we'll sing together and we'll have fun. What else do we do? Oh, little games like, your traditional like hangman 10 or, X's or O's, just very interactive ones. Because the attention span usually with anyone, doesn't matter the age, it's the attention span is very short. So you've got to keep them very interested, like Dora the Explorer. Ooh, look, a castle. And that's about the extent of a lot of students, right? So you're like, making them happy, and you're interacting with them, and you're like, hey, Bob, go and grab your favorite toy. Let's go and play. So, like stuff like that. So I'd be like, hey, what's this? This is a cat. What's the cat say? The cat says, meow. Like that kind of thing, right? So, and you would talk about the toy they have, or you would like, hey, what kind of games do you like to play? And then you would ask them, what kind of talents do you have? So you're interacting with the kids and, having fun and singing songs, like simple stuff. Like when I'm going and I'm saying hello, I go, hello, how are you? And I'll have a microphone and I'll be like this, hello, how are you? And then they would say, hello, how are you? I'm fine. How about you? So super fun. Just like interactive things like that. If you're starting out as a teacher, try to be patient. Don't get frustrated. Sometimes I get super frustrated and I have to refresh the class just to compose myself, because sometimes you have to keep remembering, hey, count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count to 5. Take a deep breath and you'll be fine. That's what I have to do, because sometimes it's very mentally exhausting teaching English, because you're like, I know what apple is, like, don't you? But it's not like that, right? You're like, you have to use a lot of TPR, and you're like, do you see the monkey in the distance? Do you see it? So, like I use a lot of props. You have to use a lot of props, and I do. And it's like the fruit ones are fun, because I ended up making my own foam, like bananas, and putting googly eyes on them and stuff. So it's like, I am a banana. Can you say banana? Banana. So yeah, stuff like that. Super fun. And then I got these Gears Best. They sent me all those props for exchange for doing reviews, but like strawberry, yummy, strawberry. So like if you have lots of great props, it's great. And then I have all these really fun cutout ones where I share with people, and I'm like, I'm from Canada. I live all the way up here. This is Canada. Where do you live? Is it cold in Canada? It's very cold. So I would like show images or photos explaining to them what I'm talking about, and that really helps them a lot. And I'm like, do you like ice cream? This boy likes ice cream. So these ones are from Scholastic School Supplies I got in Winnipeg. This one's, I'm trying to remember the name of the company. I'll show you here. It's a book. It's like a coloring book. And you get all these really cool different images you can color. They're kids' coloring book. I don't know where oh, here it is. It's called Googly Eyes. I got that. That's pretty cool. And it's got so many different cool images, like cats, dogs, cows, zebras, giraffes, all kinds of cool things. So you just put your eyes in, and there's actual googly eyes that come with it, and just the paper eyes. So you can actually pick your own eyes, or you can use the googly ones. So these are the eyes that you would get. See, I've already cut some out. But you can put the eyes in behind here, like that. Or I could actually go like this and like, hey, do you like ice cream? Ice cream. Ice cream makes me go nutty. Do, 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 do. So, stuff like that. So this is very, very cute. I really like it. I've used them. I've actually had people message me on YouTube and leave comments. Where did you get those googly eyes? And it's from the company called Melissa and Doug. And they have some super cute toys for kids for learning. So I thought that's super cool. But it comes with quite a few scenes. I bought 2 books. I bought one just strictly with animals, and the other one I bought was with people's faces. And the people's faces, like, I am a magician. See me pull out a rabbit out of my hat. So there you go. So the animals, and there's people. So they have like Little Red Riding Hood went to her grandmother's house, and the wolf was sitting in grandma's bed. Where is grandma? I am grandma, little girl. And then this one here, as I hit myself in the face, that's nice. And then the magician. So there's the little girl. Hi, grandma, where are you? You know. Oh, I'm such a nut. That's great. So anyways, yeah, so this is fun. It's fun. I am enjoying DaDa ABC, John. It has its moments, but yeah, it's pretty fun. I like it. It's been interesting. It's only been 3 months, but I'm enjoying what it has to offer. The platform's really nice. The customer service or teacher and IT department, they answer right away. The communication is very good. I haven't had any issues with that. I get paid once a month via PayPal, or you can do bank transfer, or you can do Alipay or WhatsApp, I'm guessing. But those are the ways they pay, which is pretty good. What else can I say about DaDa? They're based in Beijing, China, I think. That's what they said. If you're interested, you're welcome to apply. I do have a link if somebody wants to apply there. You can, and you can use my reference link. I will leave it in the chat box if anyone's interested and they see this video. They do an online interview. You fill out application, you know, stereotypical, you know, applying for a job. A CV, which is the UK version of our resume. You put your CV in. I think that's the word, right, John? Is a resume in the UK called a CV? Do you know? So yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you have any other questions, you can leave it in the comment section below. I don't know, maybe I should go through some more of my props. I have some bears and some other stuff I've been using. Like my car, like when I would say car, I would use this car, go car, and then I would spell car. But yeah, let your creativity flow. You can use a lot of TPR, like hello, goodbye. Say bat. And then this way would be, can I need to hear you? What do you think? What do you think? I don't know. So yeah, like a lot of talking, getting the student comfortable, warm-up songs like Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, you know, that kind of thing. There's super fun songs on YouTube. Some people have been using ManyCam. I tried it, and you need a lot of room on your computer. I have a laptop I use, and that helps me, you know, a little bit. So I don't really use ManyCam. It's a really, really neat program because you can put in GIFs and you can make your story time or your adventures in your classroom really fun. I did try it at the beginning and had a lot of problems. I think they've upgraded the program, so it seems like there's not as many problems anymore. So maybe I'll try it again. I don't know. But ManyCam has been the most successful with actually getting regular clients or students because ManyCam is most visually stimulating to the student, I find. And when you are online, make sure you're logging on like at 4:40 in the morning, and then you sit by your computer and you wait, even if you're not booked. So you sit in front of your computer. That's the negative part I don't care for, but you sit in front of your computer and you wait and wait and wait and wait. But the most I've ever sat and wait in front of my computer is like an hour. So it's like, you know what, I'll sit and put my little watch the live classes and, maybe do some drawing on the side while waiting for, classes to pop up because you get a notification, right? I've had two negative things happen to me was when I'm sitting there and the classes are already started into the class like 15 minutes and I never got a notification to my app or the actual platform, and it was an actually glitch in the system, and I'm like, that kind of thing, they can charge you and take money off your pay if you're late. If you want to take time off, you get money deducted off your check or payment, whatever payment plan you have with them. You're getting paid through PayPal, whichever, and PayPal, they take a percentage away too. So it's like, I've never been late, which I've made sure of that. I don't want them taking any more of my money. But yeah, they take money from you when you're late. When you ask for time off, specifically if you haven't given the 20-day notice. So that can be an issue. What else? What else? I can't really think of anything else. It's an interesting company. I would actually research these companies and see what you want from them. Is it going to be what you want to do in teaching? That kind of stuff. Like, are you feel comfortable? DaDa's had some good reviews online. Most teachers seem very happy. I've had some friends who have taught at DaDa who weren't very happy. It's just because they were tired of sitting in front of their computer for long, long periods of time waiting for classes to start or even get booked, which can be super frustrating. I don't know. Oh, the other thing. I remember I taught this student, I don't know, last week, 2 weeks ago, and the person didn't have their camera on. They said they were a 5-year-old boy. He wasn't 5. He was a 40-year-old male. You could tell by his voice. And he was mocking me the whole time. He's like, apple, 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 apple. And then he's like, boy, 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 boy. Yes, I can say boy, boy, boy. And then he was hitting on me. He's like, you have a very nice flower. I like your flower in your hair. And I think he was trying to like connect with me, right? And then I would ask him, I'm like, where are you from? Are you from Beijing, China? And he would say, no, I'm from Cheyenne, da da da. And he would talk. And it's like, I honestly think he's probably an adult, which he was. And he wanted to learn English, but he didn't know how to interact, and communication and social skills weren't very good. So maybe that's what he was trying to improve on. So I'm really not sure. But yeah, that's been really interesting. And then I had another one where you can refresh the classroom if you're having connective problems or issues. And I had a little boy tell me to F off. That was interesting. And then I'm like, told IT, and I'm looking back at the video, and I'm like, oh no, he said thank you. And it didn't sound like thank you to me. To this day, they still think the kid said thank you. And the mom's telling him to say the F word. And I'm like, are you sure? Like, I'm listening to it. And I'm like, no, that was the F word. Yeah. I've had some really interesting classes, let me tell you. And it's funny when you have a family that has, say, 5 kids or something, and they're like passing me around in their iPad, Apple, and then there's Johnny A, and Cindy B, and Cindy B is on the screen. I'm like, what is this? Apple. And then they pass it to the next, kid, and it's like, okay, where's my student? And you're only supposed to have one, right? And then sometimes the student and the parent are together, and which is nice, but I really want them to say the words, not them answer all the answers. You can't just advance your kids because you said Apple. I really want the kid or the student to express on how they feel, right? I want them to express that they're actually learning from me, not just, Mom, good job, Johnny. I'll answer everything. You're not going to get through life if you don't know how to speak full English. But I feel that kids do listen, even though they're like monkeys. Like I've had kids where the parents are chasing them around with the iPad and the app's on, and it's like, hey, hey, get back here. And it's like, I felt like I'm a babysitter a lot of the time, and it's like you try and you're doing your job and you're just getting frustrated because the kid's not focusing. Sometimes the IT people would be like, okay, this is way too much for this age group of a child. Some are very focused. I've had some super, super smart children blow my mind away who are like 4 and 5 years old, and they like know like 7 levels of courseware, and you're changing the courseware because they've already learned all this and they're saying everything, and you're having full conversations with these children. Like the one day I had a girl come on and she was like 13, and she's like hello, and I'm like hello, and we're talking and I'm like, how are you today? Are you happy or sad? And she's like, I'm frustrated. And I'm like, whoa, this is refreshing. So she's like, I'm frustrated. I had to do math classes today. I had 2 of them. And I'm like, yeah, I hear ya. I hate math class. But hey, math is very important. I told her, if you don't have math, then you're not going to be able to, count your money or, add up the shoes in the future if you buy any, like that kind of thing, right? And she's like, yeah, that's true. And she just seemed like such a depressed, sad soul. Like sometimes you just can't help people. Um, I express myself, and sometimes it's negative and sometimes it's positive, and sometimes you have to do that. I mean, you still want to be professional and everything, but it's like you are so compassionate with the student and you feel for them. You're like, you know what? You can't always have a happy day. You always have to be yourself, but it's important to be positive, and that negative energy can pull you down. And oh, you got a crappy comment, or you got a bad rating. Sometimes that teacher that's teaching it's not your fault. Sometimes the parent doesn't like you. Oh, well, that person had a map in the background. Whoa, woohoo, that's not good. And they give you a thumbs down. I have a rating system. I was at almost 100 hearts, over 100 hearts of 300 classes I've taught, and my hearts are disappearing. Where are they going? And I'm thinking maybe the students that close their accounts, the hearts disappear, or maybe they just took the hearts away. I don't know. But I had a broken heart for a really, really long time. It's like there's a strip of late, and then there's other little things that it's like feedback, right? 5-star, like I had 5-star earlier today, and now I'm at 4.7. So I sometimes don't look at my ratings. Oh, and they have thumbs up too, which is interesting. That's from parents' feedback and then students' feedback. And then you have like a message system from your students where they can leave really, really cute messages like, I love you, Teacher Sam. I love you. So, and then you'll have the other ones where I have this one person who's like 0 age, which I don't even know. It was a parent, it was the 2 parents with the daughter, and the daughter wasn't speaking at all, and she was probably about 7, and she's sitting there, and the parents are answering all the answers, and they gave me feedback, but they're like, you can't mix English and Chinese together. How are we supposed to learn? It's like, English is not an easy language. And I'm like, no, it's not easy. That's why you need to take more than one class, like, more trial classes, or book the classes appropriate to what your child is saying. And sometimes the kids are so shy that it's like they're not going to say anything. They sit there and they look at this foreign woman from Canada talking in the foreign language, and they're like, oh my gosh, they get so scared and upset. I had one child who was like 5 and crying. It's like, I'm like, get my uh, my teddy bear out, this one here, and they start crying. I guess because they never seen it before. This one, the animated one, this one here, which is already has issues. But yeah, it pops open and whatever. This one, I guess it would scare a child then, I'm guessing. But yeah, that's the adventures of what I'm going through. But yeah, it can be very frustrating sometimes, and you just have to take it with a grain of salt and say, hey, you know what? Not everyone's going to like you, Teacher Sam. That's life. And then there's some students who are, I really love you. You're great. I really like you as a teacher. And then some of them are like, you're really patient. I like you. I love you so much. Um, you know, I'm a good listener. I'm very gentle. Some of the students say, you're very gentle and patient. Thank you. Thank you so much, you know. Um, and, you know, people see my videos and they seem to like them and they leave nice comments, and um, I make them happy with the content I put up, because I'm showing them what my skills are in teaching and what I use in TPR and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so that's fun. This is the adventures of DaDa ABC. I'm teacher Samantha, and this has been great. Thanks for watching my live show. Thanks, John. I'll see you guys later. I might go on my other pages and do a short little live thing just thanking everyone for, you know, staying tuned and following on the news feed, that kind of thing, of what's going on. And yeah, but yeah, overall, thank you very much, and we'll see you guys later. Bye. Thanks for watching.